Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is indeed Ülar Allas and I work at the High Performance Computing Center at the University of Tartu. Thanks for having me here. And my intention today is give a short overview about what is high performance computing, what is a supercomputer, and how these technologies can assist us in being innovative and successful. There are certainly people here with very different backgrounds today. Maybe some of you know already all about supercomputers, like my colleague over there. But maybe some of you would like to explore these technologies more closely and figure out how to take advantage of it. Maybe first a couple of words about myself. Who I am and what am I doing. My background is molecular biology, but in 2020 I joined the high performance computing team at the University of Tartu. And I have a lot of tasks, but the most important ones are participation in supercomputing related international activities, and also awareness creation on high-performance computing. And also I have written some books. Maybe you have seen some of them in the bookshop. Unfortunately, they are not about supercomputers. They are about other things. So now I'll try to explain what is high-performance computing, or HPC for short. Essentially, HPC is a technology that enables a large number of very, very complex calculations to be performed in a very, very short time. And as a result, thanks to HPC, very complex problems can be solved. Some of the world's most complex problems can be solved. Such high speed and enormous computing power can be achieved by using parallel computing. Parallel computing means that a computational problem is divided into many smaller parts, which are then processed simultaneously by multiple processing units. Parallel computing is done with a collection of computers that work together. Such collections are often called computer clusters or supercomputers. Or sometimes they are called computer farms. Each computer in this cluster is called a node, and each node is responsible for a different task. And supercomputers can contain thousands of nodes that are able to very, very quickly exchange information with each other, which means that if an ordinary computer can do only one thing at a time, then supercomputer can do many things at once. So we can say that if an ordinary computer is like a single instrument, then a supercomputer is like a big orchestra. Supercomputers are extremely useful because they can quickly solve tasks that a normal computer would take weeks, months, or even more to complete. And another important feature is that one single supercomputer can serve hundreds of users simultaneously. So this is a picture of a typical computer cluster in which many processors are working together to solve different parts of a single big computational problem. In fact, all computer clusters look quite similar. This particular here is called Summit. It is located in the United States, and it consists of 4,600 nodes or separate servers. Now, maybe a bit of history. Most historians agree that this CDC 6600 system was the world's first supercomputer. It was manufactured by the Control Data Corporation, and it became operational in 1964. This system was able to perform 3 million operations per second, which was considered to be incredibly fast. And it remained the world's fastest computer for 5 years, and it was mostly used for nuclear weapon research. If you happen to go to California, then you can go to Computer History Museum and see it for yourself. And it may be interesting to think that today's PlayStation 5 is 1,000,000 times faster and much cheaper and much smaller than this first supercomputer in the world. Now, you may ask, why is high-performance computing becoming more and more important? The main reason is that we live in the world where a lot of data, a lot of information is being created every day. For instance, in 2020, there were 47 zettabytes of data generated worldwide. But in 2025, this amount of data will be already more than 3 times larger, and it will increase even more in the future. And all this data needs to be analyzed, and only after that it can be used to improve the life of human race and improve the economy. But such large amounts of information can only be analyzed by using supercomputers and high-performance computing. Supercomputers and HPC are very often used in science. And the fact is that supercomputers are already significantly affecting our daily lives. For instance, HPC is necessary, absolutely necessary in climate research and weather forecasting, also in medicine, drug research, and even for national defense and financial services. But the coolest feature is that HPC enables to explore areas where it is impossible to conduct experiments. For instance, in space studies. That's very cool. So let's talk about the situation in Estonia. What are the opportunities of applying HPC in Estonia? If an Estonian company wants to use supercomputers or cloud computing services, then the best option is to conduct Estonian Scientific Computing Infrastructure, or ETAIS, ETAIS for short. ETAIS is a consortium of 4 institutions: University of Tartu, Tallinn University of Technology, Ministry of Education and Research, and National Institute of Chemical Physics and Biophysics. The main purpose of ETAIS is to increase the competitiveness of Estonian research and economy. ETAIS can provide computing resources, storage space, and also support services. And all these services are open to research communities, public sector, small and medium enterprises, and startups. And more information is available on ETAIS website. So, when is the right time to start using HPC? Obviously, the right time is when your data can't anymore fit on a PC, or when you need the results quickly. HPC and supercomputing are all about size and speed, and size. Of course, if your data cannot fit anymore on a PC, or if you need results quickly, then one option would be to buy more powerful computer or to buy a larger hard drive. But this solution can become quite expensive. And maintaining a large computer system can also be expensive, and that's all inconvenient. And therefore, it's much easier and cheaper to use the existing HPC services that are provided by ETAIs. There are many reasons to avoid large commercial cloud service providers such as Amazon or Microsoft Azure, and prefer local Estonian HPC and cloud services provided by ETAIs instead. First, ETAIs offers a free proof of concept period. During this proof of concept period, the company can figure out whether the chosen solution is suitable for them and whether they want to continue with their project or not. Our prices are affordable. For instance, ETAIs services are 3, 4, sometimes even 5 times cheaper than when compared to Amazon, for instance. You will save a lot of money. ETAIs offers fast and reliable user support. If you encounter some unexpected problems, then they can be solved quickly. We can also assist with software installation, and for extra large workflows, we can also help with workflow optimization. ETAIs has a user-friendly service portal, Minu ETAIs, which can be used to manage the projects, get access to computing resources, and much more. Another important aspect is that ETAIs has no fees for data transfer or contract termination. For instance, if you have a contract with Amazon and you want to move your data out of Amazon's cloud, then this can become quite expensive. And finally, ETAIs pays a lot of attention to security, and therefore our solutions are also suitable for processing and storing of sensitive data. And of course, all ETAIs services are in accordance with GDPR. Now, I'd like to say a few words about the HPC Center of the University of Tartu, which is one of the members of ETAIs and also my workplace. Our HPC Center was established 16 years ago, in 2008, and currently we are the largest HPC center in Baltics. Our resources have increased more than 200 times since the establishment. And currently we have 2 server rooms in Tartu and approximately 40 employees. And most of our clients are scientists from different fields such as genomics, data science, natural language processing, physics, chemistry, and so on. But an increasing number of companies are also using our services, which is good. So, what do we have to offer? We offer a complete data processing solution, which includes access to our own computer cluster, which is called Rocket. Also, at the same time, we also offer cloud services and virtual machines. So supercomputers and cloud computing services are both examples of HPC, but they are slightly different. Cloud computing is a bit slower, but it has its own advantages. And for most applications, cloud computing is good enough. We also offer system administration, customer support, and trainings. And we can also provide consultations, for instance, how to get funding for your projects, how to handle sensitive data, and so on. And if you happen to have similar needs, then it's always a good idea to contact us. Our services are open to scientists, SMEs, startups, and public sectors. And simply, you can send us an email. We can then figure out how much computing power is needed. And then we can set up access to supercomputer and also provide support if needed. And the full list of our services is available on our website. And now for something really exciting. ETAIS also offers access to the LUMI supercomputer, which is the fastest supercomputer in Europe and one of the fastest in the world. LUMI is capable of performing 380 quadrillion calculations per second. Let's try to understand this number. It's 380 followed by 15 zeros. So it's an amazing computing power. And such computing power is equivalent to the performance of 1.5 million normal laptops. Now the fact is that supercomputers need a lot of energy. They consume a lot of energy. But the good news is that LUMI consumes only hydro-powered energy, and its waste heat is used to heat households in the city of Kajaani in Finland, where this LUMI is located, which means that LUMI is also one of the greenest supercomputers in the world. And a very important point, 20% of LUMI's capacity is available to industry and SMEs. So if your company needs to make a lot of large complex calculations, then LUMI can be at your service. It's more suitable for larger projects. I said already that LUMI supercomputer is physically located in Finland, in the city of Kajaani, which is about 500 kilometers north of Helsinki. LUMI is owned by a consortium of 10 countries, and Estonia is one of the members in this consortium, which means that Estonia actually has its own supercomputer. We can be proud of it. And in fact, LUMI is currently one of the most important scientific instruments in the world. This is great news for all Estonian scientists, companies and startups. Now, I mentioned before that ETAIS also offers trainings for existing and future HPC users. And this sets us apart from commercial cloud service providers, because they normally only provide access to the cloud and nothing else. Our most popular and probably the most important course is the General High Performance Computing course that we teach at the University of Tartu. The aim of this course is to increase the number of HPC users and support the existing ones. Usually we have had around 50 participants in this course. It's open to all levels of study. And we have also had students from other universities. After this course, students have better understanding of HPC architecture and better understanding of computing resource management. And they will also obtain skills in working with command line and skills in commonly used software solutions. In addition, at the University of Tartu, we have a system administration course. This is also quite popular among students because it's a challenge. It gives students an opportunity to try to solve different problems that a normal system administrator has to solve every day. So it's like a challenge. Then cloud-native applications on Kubernetes is another HPC-related course at the University of Tartu. It's suitable for more advanced users. And in ETAIs, we also offer different on-demand trainings for scientists, public sector, and SMEs. One of them is computer cluster training where we explain how to use our own computer cluster rocket, how to submit jobs, how to run them, and so on. Then we can also offer training on using our self-service portal, Minu ETAIs. Actually, using this portal is quite easy, but if new users insist, then we can teach them. And finally, we can offer some software trainings. So feel free to contact ETAIs if you wish to order such trainings from us. Now, as LUMI is becoming more and more important, there are also several courses which are organized by the LUMI user support team in Finland. These courses take place after every few months. For instance, there is a LUMI intro course that is usually held online and it lasts usually 1 day. And this course serves as a short introduction to LUMI architecture and setup, and it also helps to understand how to submit your jobs and how to run them. Then there is a general LUMI course which lasts longer, 2 or even 4 days. It's usually in a hybrid format. And this course is intended for users who already have ongoing projects on LUMI. And last year, such training was also held here in Tallinn. It is also possible to attend workshops, how to move your AI training jobs to LUMI. And LUMI user coffee breaks and hackathons are also available. And you will find more information on LUMI Supercomputers webpage. So, it might be interesting to know that for the existence of LUMI, we actually have to be grateful to Mr. Andrus Ansip, who stated 6 years ago that supercomputers are the engine to power the digital economy, and today the European Union is lagging behind in competition with the USA and China. This was actually one of the reasons why the European Commission started to support the construction of LUMI. In fact, a lot has happened in Europe in the last 6 years. First, the Euro-HPC joint undertaking was established with an aim to develop a world-class supercomputer infrastructure in Europe. And eight new supercomputers have become operational in Europe in the last few years. And the most powerful of them is LUMI, as we already know. At the same time, scientists and companies are encouraged to use these supercomputers. And the aim is to make HPC available in all areas where it could be useful. But still, United States and China have more supercomputers than European Union does, and therefore USA and China are more successful than European countries. People often think that HPC and supercomputers are instruments that are available only for scientists and universities, but that is definitely not true. According to the studies, 10% of European SMEs are already using HPC, but a half of the SMEs could benefit from using HPC. The studies also indicate that there are two main reasons why only a small number of SMEs are currently using HPC. One reason is simply a lack of knowledge. And the second reason is that many SMEs are not sure, are not convinced about the benefits of HPC. And this fact that only a small number of companies are using HPC is a serious problem for Europe. And all European countries are currently trying to encourage companies to explore HPC opportunities and take advantage of supercomputing. And countries that are successful in this competition will gain a great competitive advantage. This is only a small list of industries where HPC can be used and is being used. In short, we can say that supercomputers can be applied in all industries that deal with information collection and data analysis. For example, architecture. If you build a skyscraper, then you have to calculate first how it remains stable. Agriculture, customer data analysis. Also, HPC solutions are used to run AI programs, because AI programs need a lot of computing power in order to work properly. Movie industry is using HPC to create special effects. Do you remember Avatar or Lord of the Rings? The special effects you saw there were created with supercomputers. HPC is the best and often the only way to analyze large amounts of data. And it is clear that in future almost industries are likely to start using HPC, which means that the earlier you start, the better for your company. There are many reasons why HPC is essential for companies and for industry. First, HPC will significantly speed up research and development. With an ordinary computer, it may take several weeks to solve some research and development challenges. But with HPC, it is often possible to solve the same problem in a few hours. At the same time, HPC helps companies to save money because computer simulations are cheaper than physical tests. Companies that use HPC systems have an advantage over others because they can analyze data more quickly, make better decisions, and be more innovative, which will lead to increased financial profit. So, in summary, we can say that HPC enables to achieve more in a less time. So I mentioned that HPC helps to save money by eliminating physical tests and using computer simulations instead. Here is a simple example to illustrate this. For instance, the automotive industry is using HPC simulations to test car safety. Organizing I have a typo there. Organizing a physical car crash test is expensive. It can cost up to 100,000 euros depending on the car. On the other hand, an HPC simulation of a car crash costs only around 10 euros. And the simulation can be explored from every angle. And HPC has completely changed the car industry. It used to take 5 years to develop a new car, but now it takes only 2 years thanks to HPC. If you look for more inspiration on what has been done with HPC in Europe, then for the beginning I recommend checking out the Fortissimo project website. There you will find a collection of success stories from more than 20 European countries. And I hope that if you read those success stories, then you will get some ideas about what you can do with HPC and how supercomputers can empower your company.